What is happening, Carib Boys and Girls? This is your boy Carib Boy with another Pokemon TCG video, and I had to bring all you a brief on what happened today, December 4th of December 2022. We had three regionals this weekend. Three regionals, and listen, I was only able to glimpse the stream of one of them, and that would have been the Toronto regional. So I will go over that last, and that in fact was the largest of the three. So we had the Brisbane regional, we had the Stuttgart regional, and the Toronto regional. All happened today, and I'm looking at the top 8 results here, and I just want to go over that quickly. So we know that we in the Silver Tempest format, Lugia Vista jump out and getting on very bad, and the trend that I realize, and that players who've been around, you know, saying, well, duh. Some people say, well, yeah, that expected, but I mean, this is my first time ever really paying attention to the competitive TCG, and it's really amazing to me how a new deck could jump out in a new format, a new set come out, a new deck come out, and mash on the place, getting on very bad, and a regional happen, or IC, international competitions come about, and everybody gone for that so-called best deck in the format, and you will see in the results here what happened. So I'll go in order. Brisbane was the smallest. We're looking at 182 players I'm seeing here. It was won by Tim Franklin, taking it with Frostmoth Intellion, and there is a deck list here. I'll just look at that real quick here. I'll pull it up on the screen for you guys. So we have the Intellion line, the Shady Dealings Intellion with a one-off of the quick shooting. We have the Frostmoth to power up the Articuno and Greninja. I'm seeing also a Vulpix Vista up in here, 1/1 line. We have the Ice Cube, Manaphy, and Drapion. So it's looking like a meta counter deck. All right, I'm not too familiar with the cards, but it had to be a strong meta counter to come out on top, and it took the entire thing. Mr. Tim Franklin there going with that. And second place, I'm seeing a Zekrom and Fluffy. So we have the Maripan Fluffy from Evolving Skies, Zekrom from what? From Vivid Voltage, Wild Shock. This Pokemon also does 62 damage to itself. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. Well, alright, we have the Snorlax with the Unfazed Fat. We have Zapdos from Pokemon Go, Electric Ball. But the effect is your basic lightning Pokemon attacks, except Zapdos, do 10 more damage. 10 more damage, and you have things like Regieleki in there from the Evolving Skies as well. A Raikou V, Medicham V. Alright, seeming, I don't know how the deck does work, but this was your second place. And in third, happy to see it. In third, we have a Durant Boy running Evil Tiles from the Celebration set, a Radiant Venusaur, a Castform, and a Pukumuku. I guess, oh man, I want to explore this list. All you know, I'm a Durant Boy. I want to explore that list. All right, that's the top 3. The top 3 coming in second was Joel Suriadi and Anthony Fernie in the Brisbane regional day. Let me take a quick look at the Stuttgart. That was in Germany. 745 participants. Listen, I really can't pronounce all your fellas' name. I really can't do it. Well, the easy ones. Let me say the top 3. We have Matthews. I'll leave it as that. That last name I can't say. We have Brent, looking like Koosmans, and Jari Bonzi. All right, Matus Laskiewicz. Matuch Laskiewicz. I'm hoping that is how to pronounce it. Coming in first, we have a Palkia Vikavolt. Listen, some real interesting thing here in a Palkia 2/2 line Vikavolt, 2 a Raikou, a Crobat, and a 4 of the Mew from Celebration, the Mysterious Tail. So I can't look at this and tell you off the bat how this win, but we know about Palkia. Palkia being very consistent. A 2-2 line, I guessing with the electric Pokemon, you're looking to full up your bench and counter Lugia, just a Lugia counter. You're looking for some consistency with the Mew and Palkia. Greninja could attack, and you have your Raikou and Vikavolt to stall and deal with the Lugia. Yeah, I think they just come out for Lugia. They just come out. And second and third, Mew VMAX. No deck list there. No deck list there. I am seeing a Lugia Archeops in 5th place. The best performing Lugia Archeops I've seen here is in 5th place. There's a Mewtwo Gengar, a Lost Box, and a third Mew VMAX. Loving the representation of the Mew VMAX. Loving it. I wish it had a deck list for me to see and probably try to net deck. You understand? So far we're seeing in the 3 regionals so far. 2 we went over how Lugia Vista is having a very hard time. Now on to the big one, 1,061 participants all here. 1,061 participants. No deck list for top 1 and 2 for first place and second. Piper Lepine from the United States, taking it with a Mewtwo V-Union control deck. Now, they had no deck list here, but I remember things like Yveltal, Gormandai, Snorlax, Miltank, and she was playing it so consistently, so confident. It was real lovely seeing her pilot that deck. It was so. She looked real in control. Pun intended, not really. With that control deck, I heard the announcers, the casters, saying that she'd been practicing the deck for over a month. And it really showed. They said that and all, it really showing how she played the deck. There wasn't no sticking and things. She wanted this regional championships. And she played Christian Labella of Canada, and he played Arceus Duraludon. The final match, I think she won it straight out 2-0, and it was a bit. It looked like it could have. It wasn't a total domination, but he had a fight. He had a real fight. In 3rd place, Caleb Gedeme with a lost zone box, and Lugia Archeops coming in 4th, piloted by Siran Farah, and there's a Lugia after that. Palkia Inteleon coming in 6th, a Lost Zone box in 7th. Grant Manley, we know the name, and Charlie Lockyer, another name I know as well from the Worlds, playing with that same Articuno Inteleon. An interesting one price deck to look at. Let me just pick at the list here. Yeah, Scene Radiant, Alakazam, Drapion, boy, the real gun for that Mew. I know I saw some Mew VMAX, but on Limitless here, I'm only seeing top 8. So the statistics is only showing the top 8 that they have on the website, not the entire tournament. I might probably have to check out PokeStats to get that proper thing. So I won't bother going over the statistics because it won't really be accurate. It's only showing the top 8 that they have on the website here. So yeah, that is the interesting news coming out of this full regional weekend here. I didn't even know that it had so much regionals happening. I was so busy with life, but I needed to bring you guys that news. Piper Lepine taking the Toronto regionals. Matusz Lashkiewicz, forgive me if I pronounce your name horribly, and I believe I did, taking the Stuttgart regional, and Tim Franklin taking the Brisbane regional. What a weekend. I'm not sure if there's any more. Yes, there is more regional to come for the year still. Of course, I will try my best to bring that news to you when that time comes. All right, so tell me if you paying attention to the competitive TCG Pokemon worldwide, what you thought about the regionals over the weekend. What did you look at? What you think about the results? All you know what to do. If you like what you're seeing, beat up that like button, bust a subscription. This is your boy Carib Boy, out again.